So the time has come that every man usually dreads is that D word, divorce. You know what? A lot of us go through it. A lot of us don't know what to do when it happens. So let me at least give you some guiding light on how to handle the situation. So the time came and you got hit with the words, I want a divorce. It's going to be a tough one. It's definitely going to be a tough one. It's even tougher when you have kids involved. Believe you and me. But let me give you some things I learned to get you through this rough patch in your life. Because it will get better, but you will not see the light until the light shines right in your face. So first thing is you have to realize that when she propped herself up to tell you she wants a divorce, she's conditioned herself for the past year to separate her emotions from you. Got guidance from friends of hers. They kind of strengthened her to say the words. So what I'm saying is, it's a surprise to you and a shock to you, but to her, she's already made her mind up a long time ago. So there's nothing that you can do. I mean, there are those outliers out there that can mend it, but typically, if you do try to fix it, it's over. It's over. Second thing is do not beg. If she wants a divorce, do not beg. Do not beg her to stay. Do not beg her not to do it. Just do not beg. And the reason why is because even if she does stay with you out of pity, there's no true love there anymore. It's actually gone, and you even know that she's there just to pity you. She felt bad, and you're just delaying the inevitable. And if she doesn't, it just makes you look extra weak. So, second thing, do not beg. So this is a big one. This is a big mistake a lot of men make, is when the phrase is brought upon you, I want a divorce, and you might hear the phrase afterwards, I want you to leave. Do not leave that house. Do not leave that house. You can go live in the guest room. You can go stay in the garage. Do not leave that house. Certain states, if you leave the house long enough, there's a such thing called abandonment. So do not leave that house. And that will affect you later on if you do. Number 4, since you are staying in the house, you have to keep it cordial. Regardless of whatever happens, any attitudes, any animosity, any flare-ups, you have to keep a level head. I don't care if you have to go out in the garage, take a walk in the woods and scream, and come back. Do not blow up. Do not show out. Do not show your anger. Do not express anything. Right now, you're really along for the ride. In reality, once things start moving, you guys aren't friends anymore. Typically, that's how it happens. But do not lash out. Do not blow up. And especially if you have kids around, try to make this separation as painless as possible for them, because they're the ones that are going to feel it the most. All that being said, seek legal counsel. Yeah, you're going to have to pay, but seek legal counsel. I mean, you can get a couple different lawyers to see which ones you want to deal with, but either way, seek legal counsel. There's a game with the whole thing of whoever files first is the first one who has the most power That's true and not true. Whoever files first is the plaintiff, the other one's the defendant. But typically most divorces have equal distribution of assets, so a lot of it doesn't matter unless you're higher profile. So everything really gets split down the middle, especially in the state. But seek legal counsel. And to my advice, do not do mediation. Do not do mediation. It sounds good, but do not do mediation. Here's why. First and foremost, it's going to be a waste of money, because typically, from what I noticed, that people that do mediation typically end up going to court anyway. So you make it halfway through the process with the mediator, and then things blow up, and then you have to get a lawyer. And that's $3,000-$5,000 that was wasted that could have went towards your regular lawyer fees. So instead of wasting money, put it all towards the one direction, which is your general counsel. Oh, the other thing with that is that if you're getting a mediator, you're not going to get the best of the deal. Emotions are flaring high. And like I said, things are moving fast now. She's already been out of emotional attachment to you for the past year. So she's been planning this. So when you get into mediation, all your mindset is I just want to get this over and done with. So you'll tend to take the crappier deal. You'll just say yes to a lot of things where you're not obligated to do so. That's why I say get legal counsel. You might just say yes, 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 sign the dotted line. Then the next 15, 20 years, you're obligated to these things that you never would have had to be obligated to. So, legal counsel. Big one. Big one, big one, big one. Do not listen to your friends and family unless they're giving you encouraging advice such as keep your head up, it will get better. Anything other than that will set you up for failure. Your friends, the ones who have never gone through it, especially those, if you listen to them, they will steer you into a hellhole. The advice that they'll give you, such as, if she yells at you, yell back, it's your house too, padlock this, do this, all that stuff, in the end, will backfire on you and make it look bad for you going through the process. So do not listen to them. If they say anything that's ill will, you have to ignore it. Honestly, as much as it may sting, this is the time to where you have to not tuck your pride away, bury it. Pride is gone now. Now you become the ultimate punk. And you be that punk to save face. And save face to save you in court. Because once you act out or listen to your friends, put it like this. That bad advice that your friends are giving you, in the end, when they say, well, since you did X, Y, Z, and that's what your friend told you to do, and you bring it back to them, all they're going to say is, my bad, I didn't know that. But now you got to live with it. Trust me. Do not listen to your friends. Last but not least, it's going to be a stressful one. It's going to be a long ride, bumpy ride. You're going to be in and out of your feelings, in and out of your emotions. Like I said, she's been separated from it for the longest already. This is new to you. Now you have to focus on something. You can focus on your kids. You can focus on your hobbies. Try to get out to the gym. Go for walks. Do not sit alone in solace and solitude. You'll drive yourself crazy. Get out. Do something. I don't care if it's going to the mall. You'll come home. You'll watch TV. You'll spiral down a black hole. The best bet is, start taking a class. Start doing something to keep yourself occupied, because the idle mind on that one will drive you insane. So this is the advice I have to give to you overall. It will pass. It's going to be a hard one. It's going to be a rough one. But it will get better. But listen to these things that I told you. In the end game, you're going to say, wow, that really helped me out. Because it will lessen the blow, regardless of how hard it is. Trust me. Keep your head up. Stay strong. And don't think of doing anything stupid. And if you think about suicide, call the 1-800 hotline. I think it's 1-800-SUICIDE or so. And talk to somebody. Get help. Till next time, keep your head up. Stay dangerous.